Hey, Larry, while we're talking with you, you know, that new business item, recycling education. Larry, and Renee passed that around. That's an idea, a suggestion. If we want to, if some of the teachers in the county want to go to a continuing education and learn more about recycling and possibly, you know, bringing that back to their students or their kids, that's something we could do, and we could pay for it out of, we budget, well, $2,000 a year for recycling education. Sometimes, I think that's where it would come out, wouldn't it?
It would come out, you could use out of your $1.50 DNR fees.
Savings, their savings accounts, I guess, that we pay into every quarter. And there are only certain things, from my understanding, there are only certain things that money can be actually expended out for. And this would be one of those things. I know that in the time that I've been here, we haven't done anything. We've never taken any money out of that portion of the DNR savings, so it would be a way to start using some of that money, I guess.
Okay, we got to set aside money, this commission does, for the DNR, that $1.50 deal.
Yeah,
is
you
it DNR's money, or is it our money?
It's your money, but it's
limited on what we can use it for.
Right.
But you have certain things you can use it for.
And one of them is education. Any other?
Well, anything that basically you could use special programs for additional waste reduction. If you were, I don't know, using a special bag collection, you could buy the bags through that. Anything that would be for the purpose of waste reduction going into the landfill theoretically would fit besides education.
Okay, well my deal was on that. Right now, I think the cities, all the entities here are supplying, you know, those little red things for recycling.
The tubs?
The tubs.
And every city has to, you know, they probably charge them out or whatever in the city, correct? To the residents?
I don't know.
The city pays for them? Could we utilize that money to reimburse the city for those tubs?
Possibly. That would be, because
I mean,
it's part of
get
your...
some of the money back to the city somehow, the entities, different cities.
That's possible. You know, things that are ongoing expenditures, your comp plan update every 3 years. Again, we talk about it every time we do this, that money can be spent towards your comp plan updates so that you can move that money out and clear that fund basically on a 3-year cycle.
Okay, so I was just
that might be a, you know, that might be a good idea, because you know, our engineering, you know, when I work on, you know, our engineering costs because of all the damn reports and stuff, it's high. That might be a good place to spend it there, rather than tubs.
Yeah, I would do that. I mean, I just don't like the idea that the DNR has said we got to collect this money and we don't have a way to spend it. Not that, you know, but if we got something we need to do, like this report, is probably a better deal than tubs. I thought, okay, tubs, let's figure out a way where we can help all the people in the county, something to get that money out of there so they don't walk in someday and grab it.
Well, we could allocate, it's $50 per teacher, just we could allocate 500, first 10 that sign up. Solid Waste Agency would pay their fee, and after that they wanted to go, they could pay their own or something like that. Or
how would we get that out to the different communities?
Well, I don't know, maybe maybe you'd be on the education committee and you could contact the state.
Thanks, Nick.
No, Nick, I think, you know, I could just get this to the, we only have, what, 3 superintendents? How many school districts? So we got
3 schools.
East Sac.
East Sac, Old Bowl, and yeah, 4. 4. Well, that's not, you know, just give it.
the superintendents, the principals, something.
Either that or get it to each school.
Well, that would work. Okay, do we need just send it to the superintendents of those 4 districts, or what do you want to do?
We do, we just send a bunch of these and I'll take them to the schools. That way
It
they
looks
get
like it's gotta be sudden.
Yeah, because
As it
it's,
says on the back, the detailed directions will be emailed to registrants in early January.
yeah, it happens in January.
Start, yeah.
And it's a two-part deal. They gotta go both days in January, and then they gotta go back in April and report what they did through them 3 months.
You know, we might not have very good participation. I don't know.
No participation if they aren't aware.
Renee, do you have this electronically by email?
Yep.
What you could do is just by email notification, type up a notification, send this electronically to each one of the
School. Yeah.
school principals or whatever.
That'd be,
Okay, that being said, do we want to have it open-ended, or do we want to put a limit on what we're going to spend? I'm probably being, do we want to allocate like $500? $1,000?
how much money is in this fund, out of curiosity?
I can't
I don't
answer.
That's a good question.
You know, is it 10,000, is it 2,000, I don't know.
I think it's around 8.
I would less, but it's been a long time.
Don't want to
Yeah.
pick
Let's
on
keep
it.
it at $500, see if we can get at least 10 people.
I think we'd be lucky,
I don't think.
I think we'd be lucky if we get 10 teachers that take time out of their busy lives and schedule. So I don't know.
I mean, every teacher every year has to do so many continuing ed credits, and this counts towards that. So it ultimately would benefit them as well, and especially if we could provide that at no cost to them. But it is like Larry said, it is a two-part deal. In January, it's a Friday night and Saturday, and then you have to go back in April. So it does require a commitment by them too.
That's good. About time we got a commitment out of somebody.
Okay. Well,
Make a motion to do $500 limit.
is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Richard second. All those in favor of said motion say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Okay.
And the lodging is only $15 to stay there at those dorms at Springbrook. So they got actual dormitory.
It's in Guthrie Center, so it ain't that far away.
Okay.